Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma friends, the very life we experience, and mostly have the fear, anxiety, depression, and sadness, worry, disappointment, like that, many mental situations. And even though we have certain understanding why it come to us, why our understanding cannot deal with these situations mentally, psychologically. It's a deeper, the very reason when you look. So whatever your foundation of your life has something that misguiding your life. So that is what we're going to talk about today. So that is what we call expectations. So the expectations, from where the expectations arise. So the expectations arise with pure reason. One is with your past experience, from your own consciousness, from your own life. Expectations arise. The mostly expectations arise because you miss the opportunity. When you miss the present moment, as a result of that missing, lack of the experience to the highest, the expectations arise. That is one reason. The expectations arise when you not experience something to the highest. When you experience something half, little bit, as a result of that gap, the expectations arise. And the thing is that whatever the expectations in this very moment, maybe not going to be the same in the very next moment. That expectation has a nature, that thought has a nature to reform. So the reforming means not the same, but not the different. It's like a rebuilding, reforming. So it is not the same, and it is not the completely new, but it has certain influence from the past experience. So then, when you have a certain experience not complete, that incomplete experience bring the expectations. It can happen different ways. So the mainly, so as example, newly born child and playing with the toy. And this boy, if playing with the 10 minutes, then that boy completely becomes satisfied playing that toy. But what is happening when this boy playing, or this newly born baby playing with the toy, and then within 9 minutes, before it complete the 10, that 9 minutes, in the 9th minute, you take the toy out from the child. And suddenly the mind has a current to complete it. It almost there. But in that very moment, you take it out. And that gap start to run beyond the moment. That is where the expectations burn, that the arising. But if the child complete that 1 minute and then complete the 10 minute, and then there is satisfaction arise, in that satisfaction, the contentment and the bring the calmness. No expectations, the cool down happen. But that 1 minute gap has a current, create a current to pull the child forward, maybe the whole day. That 1 minute start to keep pulling the child towards forward. That is not only even the mind. That is the very nature of the entire universe. So as you know, when it comes to this universe, this matter, this everything in the empty space and moving. And you know this, even though we're not going to talk about the Big Bang theory, it's something else. But I want to tell you one thing, that how the behavior of the universe, it always moving and it going away, expanding. This galaxy is not coming together, it's expanding, moving, going away. If today there is a star 1 kilometer close to you, by tomorrow it's going to become maybe 1.5 kilometers away from you. So what is the current that pushing the star away from you or the earth? The same theory happened inside your brain, inside your mind, inside your life. So that is why it's like a mega serious drama. So that is the same psychology they use. So like there is an enemy and the good person and the bad person, and they come together. The enemy has a gun, and then he come and make a plan to kill the good person. And then when the moment come to kill, and right away they stop the drama. And maybe 2 years they keep taking the drama, and he never going to shoot. Even the maybe actor dies, and then they replace another actor, then he also not going to kill other person. It's keep going. How that 1 week, the 1 day to next day, or 1 week to next week, or maybe this, this trilogy, these movies come 1, 2, 3, so like that, and it's not going to end. The ending part, how they keep you even to maybe next year, you waiting to see the next movie. The same thing, the star, when it start to move itself inside this, create a gap. It's not going to bring the completion, that circle. That gap start to push it away from the gravity. If in case the star or the planet or the earth, without any gap completing the circle, and it not going to push away. That's why there are certain things like with the sun, the earth, that other planets, all the 7 planets close to us, there are certain things it not pushing away. Why? Because it complete the circle without having a gap. But in case that inside that circle, if it is create a gap, that gap it start to move away. So the same thing happening with our mind also. Before you complete something, If it is move away from you, you start to jump and go with it. But if it is complete, that completion try to make you settle down. And once it settle down anymore, it cannot shake you. So that what happened even to the Prince Siddhartha. So I now give you a physical example. So he born in a Sakya clans, and then the king, the father, King Suddhodana, thought to make him the next king. And then what he did, he gave all the facilities, and he had the luxurious life. And then as a result, what happened? He done with it. Anymore, he didn't own anything. He complete that. So that completion took him out from the same pattern. See, that if he not complete, if there was a gap in his satisfaction, and maybe he keep running, he keep running. When anybody complete that gap and come to the complete satisfaction, and then there is no desire arise. When there is no desire arise, you itself, your liberation, your transformation happens. And even it can happen even with the little things, and it can happen in a bigger scale. So then what you have to do with the small experience, whatever you go through, and observe deeply, and don't keep a gap, and just complete it. And even what you observe, what you see, what you look, and what you drink, what you eat, so like that. That's what we call be mindful whatever you do with that. So if you able to complete that action, and anymore it not going to create a gap, or that in that gap there is no desire arise, and then there is a satisfaction arise. So the desire, when the desire happen, when the desire become powerful, so what is happening? That is what become the lust. So that desire is becoming a bigger form, it called lust. So but it come as a result of the gap that you create in that unsatisfaction. So whatever then you observe with your bodily, verbally, or mentally action, with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and most of time, and through our culture, through our tradition, even ourselves, and the most of times, even the society not allow you to complete your experience. Even it is in our mind also. So, and what is happening mostly, before we complete and we come to the dreaming state and imagination, and once you come to the imagination, what is happening, and that way also you detach from the moment what you experience. So that is one reason. And when you not experience to the highest, the complete, in that very deeper level of your mind, or your consciousness, or your subconsciousness, or your universal consciousness, so whatever you name, in that moment, if you develop an incompletion, in that incompletion desire arise, and when it happen again and again and again, and it come as a lust. When it come through your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and we call it lust. So there, beyond your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, there is nothing the lust going to happen. So when you recognize the very nature of your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, it will help to go to the depth. And other thing is, we are culturally bound to the patterns. So that patterns also that brings us the expectations. Oh, you have to be this, you have to be that. So like that, the society plant inside us expectations. So that also create a gap to have a desire. So then it is your responsibility, because it's society going to make it happen, do it, and it is a huge current. We live with the expectations, and even regarding our own life, most of people have the expectations to live. They forget they are living it. That much we become blind when it comes to expectations. People have the desire to live and they forget they're living. People have strong lust to live, but they forget they're living. From where this arises? So the society also, why? Because when we come to this world, through our culture, tradition, spirituality, our religion, our environment, that way also people feed us different way ideas. So that also one reason. So then remember, when you sit for meditation, the very important point, don't sit with expectations. Try it. You feel like in the beginning, you feel like killing, dying yourself. So I give a just basic example because it is a huge, it's a big topic, and I just giving you to kind of like investigate yourself. I'm just planting a seed, because by hearing this, it going to work inside you. So I give a little example. From today, just take 1 hour. You no need to practice this for many hours or like that. Make your mind free from expectations. With your husband or with your wife, have a moment without any expectations. You are completely 100% available without any expectations. For your parents, 1 hour, if just even they are far away from you, just give that 1 hour without any expectations from them. Ever be available yourself. And for your children, without any expectation, it should be like this, he should be like this, he should be like this, no expectations, but you are fully available. And for your parents, the same. For your brother, sister, or maybe you can select a person. And even for your neighbor, just imagine that for sure he not going to knock your door, or he not going to call you. Maybe 10 years he didn't call you. So just take 1 week, every day 1 week, no expectations, and you are fully available for that person. And just keep doing that. And can you be a person to be there, be yourself without any expectations, even with your own people, because you can trust them, and you cannot go to jungle without any expectation in the beginning, unless you practice and you become a master. Because sometimes that's why even people go walk and they have a stick in their hand. Why? Even though in this neighborhood, like in this America, it is very rare dogs can bite, but still people, when they walk in their neighborhood, very safe, but still they have a stick in their hand. And even your at your house at night, sometimes, even though there are lights, you have a flashlight. Keep you next to you. From where it come, there is expectations regarding something. See, like that. It's already, what does that mean? You already have something in your head. So can you be a person completely be free from expectation, just be available for anything? Just try. So then when you sit for meditation, sit without any expectation, just observe. That is a secret method, kind of like even the Zen, even in when it comes to Satori, and even it comes to meditation, even it comes to Vipassana, it is kind of like a technique. You twist your habitual mind. One time, once you twist it, and anymore, you're not going to deal with any expectations in life. That is where you come out of the desire. When you come out of the desire, you become free from desire. That is the end of the samsaric journey. So when you master the knowledge, any skill in a certain level, the highest level of that is you come out of the pattern, but still you perform. And without any expectations, you become available. And in that moment, that is the moment you perform to the highest. You become free from everything. When you have the desire, and if you try to perform yourself, you cannot be. You cannot be the right husband, you cannot be the right wife, you cannot be the right children, parents, or anybody. When you have expectations or the desire, you become somebody else. So to experience the real who you are and try to come out of this. And in the ancient time, and it's a mystic way that the certain kind of spiritual practice they develop this. And I give an example. In the ancient time, there was a method they used to select the best student. And when it come to school, they used to live together. And when they want to find the best student, they used to have a very mystic way to select them. So in a school, there were 2 students, and the best student. And scriptures, they go and step by step and accurate the exactly. It's kind of like both the similar. There is no any mistake. Then the teacher had the difficulty to find the best student. Why? Because mostly the teacher giving for the best student, he give his position to become the principal. So now teacher having a problem. Then in front of all, he gave a test. What the test? He gave a mantra and told and chant this mantra and go out, and we're going to close the gate and chant the mantra, and then the gate going to open. So whoever open the gate, and then he going to enter, and he going to be the best student. So the thousand students, now everybody waiting, and these 2 students went out, and then the gate closed. The sit, and one student say the mantra, and then not open. The other student say the mantra, not open. Hours, they repeat the mantra again and again and again and again with the great effort. They used their all the skills, and the gate didn't open. Then one student stand up, came out, put the scriptures away, and pushed the gate. Gate open, and he came in. So that is the beauty of the knowledge. It takes you to certain level to be free from knowledge. It is a skill. It is the strength. Look ourselves. We are kind of like a puppet. We are kind of like a, third and second class people. That's mean we are imitate something always through our wisdom. We repeat somebody else inside us. We follow somebody else always. We have no very independent, very new, very fresh idea, the understanding or the ideas or the thoughts within ourselves. Mostly we collect it in somebody, and then we just put it together and we offer it. It's kind of like ours. And even you can see it in academical level. There are some people, they do certain research regarding something, and end of their books, and they say the reference, oh, I took this idea from this book, I took this. So what he does, he collect all the ideas from different books and put it to one book and put his name and give. And then we take it and say, oh, he is a very, very educated person. So it happened to same. Just look yourself. What you understand regarding something yourself, regarding your own life. If your child come one day and ask, mother, father, tell me something about life. Is there anything that you can give as your own experience, or you going to give some ideas you collected through the journey? Just look yourself. We like parrots. So somebody somewhere told, we just went. So the highest of the wisdom, that's why even the vipassana, the same like you come out of the, and it is a strength. Why? Because we become debtor to wisdom. We afraid to break the rules. But when you become master of the knowledge, you're not depending from rules. That's why he came out of the scriptures, and then he just pushed the door. So same thing. If something doesn't work, why you believe that? But look ourselves. Question yourself. And you know it doesn't work. But still you believe it. Why you don't come out of it? Because you have fear. You cannot let go of it. Why? Because your expectations hold you. The fear hold you. And you think it's going to work like that. So then remember, whatever you experience to the highest. Don't keep a gap. Don't keep a gap. And don't, once you experience to the higher, that is where the completion arises. In that completion, the self-satisfaction arises. That self-satisfaction brings the self-confidence. That self-confidence brings the self-responsibility, and that is where self-awareness is going to become higher. And that is where self-realization going to happen. So, but if you have expectations, we have no idea where will you go, because that expectations can take you to anywhere. It can take you to any direction. So it is better at least 1 hour per day, live without expectations. In that moment, you will see you are free from everything. So with that, I bless upon everyone by this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe, and finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbitiyo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata chammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe tatta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.